We've only got 2 games in the schedule tonight, so I'm going to combine this with just a couple other little tidbits. The tidbits being Nathan Gerbe is signed with Columbus. Um, Gerbe's a guy that I've followed. I have a Buffalo Sabres jersey with Gerbe's name and number on the back, and I've followed him because he's really short. And as a guy who's short myself, I've always been interested in what happens with his career. So, hey, hopefully he's capable of making at least a fourth-line contribution to Columbus. There's no questioning his heart. There's no questioning his determination. Anybody who tries to question that is out of their minds. He is small, and it shows, and sometimes he gets flung around like a pinball, but there's a lot of heart there, and maybe he'll help Columbus. Joe Thornton's out for a minimum of 2 weeks. After that 2 weeks, they'll look and see if he needs surgery for a strained MCL. Again, it's one of those injuries that you look at, and if it was a guy who's 23 or 24, you'd go, he'll be back. It won't be a big deal. But because of Joe Thornton's age and the amount of miles that he's put on himself over the decades, it is impactful, and it could be a while. It could take him a while to come back. All the best to him, though, and I hope it doesn't last very long. Tonight, there's only 2 games. I eliminated the overtime loss and turned into a loss for tonight's previews. The 26-23 Toronto Maple Leafs against the 22-25 Chicago Blackhawks. There's an article in the Hockey News where they compared Jonathan Quick and Corey Crawford, and the author stated that he believed Crawford would get exposed on a weaker team. And somebody wrote in and told the Hockey News they were crazy for that statement, and I agree. The leading scorers, Kane, 47 games, 20 goals, 20 assists, 48 points, and Austin Matthews, 39 games, 21 goals, 15 assists, 36 points. Matthews is picking it up. Anderson, that's an EN, Shannon. It's an EN, unless Craig Anderson's been moved, and you don't want to break that trade. Who's starting? Anderson. Which one? I don't know. Freddie Anderson is likely to be the starter against Jeff Glass. And Glass, he's doing his best. He really is, but he's a journeyman, and it kind of shows in some of this. The other game, the Kings 25-23 in Calgary against the Flames, who are 25-22. We will not know who's starting for LA until just before game time. They did not have a game skate today, or a morning skate today, based on the fact they played last night in Vancouver. My guess is it'll probably be Quick. Quick got pulled after 5 goals on 19 shots. Something tells me they'll come back with him again because they're going to want him to get his confidence up. For Calgary, it's already been confirmed at Smith. Leading scorer for LA, Kopitar with 50 points in 48 games. Goudreau's the leading scorer for the Flames with 55 points in 47 games. And there you go. Those are your 2 matchups for tonight. Not a lot going on. Tomorrow night's the big night. I work early in the morning tomorrow, but I'll be off relatively early. I should be able to... I'll do a preview for tomorrow tonight. And then I should be home tomorrow, and there could very well be a live stream happening tomorrow during one of the games. And I'll figure that out. Heck, I could even probably look at doing a live stream tonight, for instance. But we'll see. It all depends on kids. It all depends on external factors and whether or not there's a certain mood. The mood has to be a certain way in this house before I'll do a live stream, especially with all 3 kids here, because the last thing you guys want or I want is a live stream where it's kids yapping and fighting, or some people would want that. Anyways, there's your 2 matchups. There's your 2 news items. I'm gonna go ahead and refresh these TSN page because I'm waiting to see what they give to Brad Marchand, and again. And it's funny, I mentioned the hits last week and how it's, dirty, clean, and then there's the ones where basically one fan base tries to say it was clean or it was dirty. And I'm sort of seeing that with the Marchand bit. Yeah, there's still nothing on that. They mentioned Radulov and Eichel are scoring a lot of points right now, and I've had requests for an Eichel video. Not sure if I'm going to do an Eichel video necessarily, but I can definitely do some discussions on some statistical steps forward that players are taking. I really thought that a lot of the talk about Eichel being a flop was overrated anyways. But right now I checked the stats and Eichel's only 4 points behind McDavid. So they're both playing for pretty poor teams, and Eichel's putting up almost the same amount of points, and he has 5 more goals than McDavid. So it really depends on your point of view. It really does. Thank you very much for watching. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through, and hey, I'll talk to you again soon.